I titled it Faith, Fear, and Family. I would like to let you know that faith will always defeat fear, and that fear is a liar. Faith is the truth. Choose faith. Hello and welcome once again to the Real Undiluted channel. If you are new on this channel, I bid you warm welcome. My name is Chris. On this channel, we simply keep it real. I share my life experiences with all my viewers to empower them, to encourage them, to let them know no matter what they are going through in life, they can come out on the other side victoriously, especially if they are battling with cancer. Previous episode, I talked about don't be discouraged, and if you haven't watched it, I encourage you to go check it out. Because in life, we have to be intentionally to fight against discouragement. Now, let's dive straight into today's episode. This episode is quite personal to me because I'll be sharing with you my journey in battling leukemia, and also talk about the journey of my wife, my daughter, and my son. So let's unpack the episode. I will start with faith. We often shy away from talking about faith, even though most of us believe that there is a greater power than ourselves. Whether you are a Muslim, you are a Christian, Hindu, or whatever faith you practice, we believe that there is a greater power. And for me as a Christian, my faith in God is my anchor. The Bible says in Matthew chapter 19, verse 26, with God, all things are possible. With God, all things are possible. That means healing is possible. Victory is possible. Even the doctors, the medical practitioner, they often say, whilst we care, it is God that heals. And that mantra helped me a lot in my journey, in my battle against leukemia. I had faith in God. I trusted God. I believed God. I prayed to God. And each day became better because of the faith that I had in God. And when I prayed, I knew I came out from that prayer with the assurance that I'm not alone, that God is with me. Yes, the faith in my God, the prayer that I prayed throughout the difficult journey that I went through in battling leukemia. Next, I would talk about fear. As human beings, fear is bound to occur at any point in time in our life, especially when you are going through a situation you have not been through before. The fear of the unknown, particularly when you're told that you have cancer. Fear comes in. The what ifs flood your mind. What if the treatment doesn't work? What if I don't pull through? What if this happened? What if? And I had my share of what if. What if? I had fears when I was told that I had leukemia. What if? But one thing that I learned is faith will always overcome fear. Each time that fear whispers to me, I use my faith to counter it, to trust in God, to believe in God, and to know that I can pull through. Faith is so powerful. Faith will always overcome your fear. And fear is a liar. Faith is the truth. So choose faith. Yeah. Fear is a liar. Faith is the truth. Choose faith. Next, I will talk about my family, because when cancer comes, when cancer attacks, it doesn't just attack you, it attacks those around you, your loved ones. They get affected in one way or the other. So for my wife, she gave me the support, but not for one moment did she show me her vulnerability. I later found out when she drops me at the hospital, she will probably, at times she will say, well, I'll be back in about 5 minutes or 10 minutes. She will go to the car to cry, because it was so difficult to see me go through those difficult moments, the pain of cancer. She will go and cry. Not one day did I see her vulnerability or her weakness, because she wanted to give me all her support, and she knew that that was what I needed in those moments. My treatment, my journey took between 12 to 18 months, and she had to put her business on hold because she was with me 24/7 to give me the support that I needed, which was priceless. If you're watching me and you are providing support to anyone going through cancer, I want to let you know that I see you. Yes, I see you. That support that you are giving is priceless. Means more than you can imagine. Yes, it means more than you can imagine. Next, I will talk about my daughter, because she had a different experience to my wife. At the time, she was not home. I had to call her over the phone to let her know what the doctor said. And she didn't tell me this until much later. When she heard the news, she cried the whole day. She did not even go to work. She cried. And the way she dealt with it, I later found out she would call my wife and say to my wife, go tell your husband, if he knows what is good for him, he had better not die. So go tell your husband, if he knows what is good for him, he had better not die. That was the way she dealt with the situation. As funny as that sounds, when I heard that, that made me laugh in the midst of my pain. Different experience to my wife. That's how she handled it. And the last but not the least is my son. He was at home when I was given the diagnosis. He knew when I was going to the hospital, so he knew it was going to be bad news, but he didn't know the extent of the bad news. And my son, he sees me as everything, his mentor. I mean, he looks up to me. And so that in itself was a challenge to me on how to break the news to my son, who sees his dad as a champion, that I've been diagnosed with leukemia. But I have to face up to the challenge. I have to tell him. So I got home, I told him, this is what the doctor said. And I said to him, please, don't be worried, because if you are worried it's going to affect me, I can assure you that I'm going to beat this. So he never showed me any sign of weakness throughout my entire journey. And I myself, I shied away from having the conversation, because I didn't want to talk to him how he's feeling, and then to know that he's feeling somehow and that will affect me. So I avoided that conversation throughout. It's just recently when I got the all clear in December 2024 that I sat him down, wanted to understand how he dealt with the situation, to understand his word. And he said to me that, yes, I was worried when you told me about the news, when you broke the news to me, I was worried. But one thing that kept me going was, I said to myself, I knew that if there's anybody in this world that can beat cancer successfully, it's going to be you. Hearing those words cut through my heart. I had to shed tears. The amount of the belief that he had in me. That was how he dealt with the situation. Different experience. So to my viewers, I hope this episode you've picked on one or two things to help you through your difficult challenges, especially if you're going through cancer. And I will be launching my book in the summer 2025. And I will go into detail the experience, what I did, what I had to go through each day. I will cover in detail the experience of my wife and that of my daughter and that of my son, to give you the various perspective, so that all the readers will through what I went through, will be able to pick up lessons, to give them encouragement, to let them know that they can also beat cancer. Yeah, that they can beat cancer. Next episode, I will be talking on the power of prayer. So don't miss it. Until I see you next time, I would like to let you know that faith will always defeat fear. And that fear is a liar. Faith is the truth. Choose faith. Till I see you next time, take good care of yourself. Bye for now.